Dear friends, welcome back to this circle of reflection and calm understanding. Have you ever been told to accept things as they are and felt a surge of frustration rise inside you? Have you wondered, how can I accept what is unfair or painful? Isn't that weakness? Isn't that giving up? Today, we will explore a profound truth that Master Hsing illuminated for countless hearts. The truth that acceptance, or yielding to what comes, is not cowardice, but courage of the highest order. When we hear the phrase, accept what comes, we often imagine resignation, unbowing our heads to fate, enduring injustice, suppressing anger. But true acceptance is not submission. It is insight. It is the recognition that resistance to reality does not change it. It only deepens suffering. Acceptance, in the wisdom of the Buddha, is not passive. It is an active embrace of life's impermanence, a deep trust in the unfolding of cause and effect, and a willingness to meet each moment with understanding instead of blame. Master Hsing once said, "To accept is to understand is to transcend." These few words contain an ocean of truth. Let us begin with an image. Imagine standing by the ocean during a storm. Waves crash, wind howls, the sea rages. If you fight the waves, you are thrown down again and again. But if you learn to float, to yield to the movement while keeping your breath steady, you discover a strange strength, the strength that does not oppose but harmonizes. That is the strength of acceptance. In life, waves come in many forms: loss, failure, misunderstanding, illness. Most people respond by fighting. We tighten our hearts, clench our minds, and curse the storm. But the more we fight, the more we sink. The practice of acceptance is like learning to flow. It allows us to survive the storm with dignity and grace. Master Hsing told a story about a young man who came to him filled with bitterness. "Master," he said, "I've worked hard all my life, yet others keep getting ahead. The world is unfair." The master looked at him kindly and asked, "Do you believe the world owes you fairness?" The young man hesitated. "If you can accept that life unfolds by causes and conditions, not personal favor, then you will no longer waste energy fighting what is. Instead, you will use that energy to create good causes for the future." Acceptance in this way is not the end of effort. It is the beginning of wise effort. When you accept what you cannot control, you stop wasting power on resentment and start focusing on transformation. Many people misunderstand acceptance as passivity. They say, "If I accept everything, won't I become lazy?" But look closely. When you truly accept reality, you see clearly what can be changed and what cannot. Only then can you act effectively. Resistance blinds, acceptance illuminates. There is a story from the life of the Buddha that illustrates this perfectly. Once, an angry man approached him, shouting insults. The Buddha remained silent. When the man finished, the Buddha asked, "If someone offers you a gift and you refuse it, to whom does it belong?" The man replied, "To the giver." The Buddha smiled, "Then I refuse your anger. It remains with you." That is the essence of acceptance. It is not tolerating abuse. It is not running away. It is standing firmly in peace, refusing to let hatred enter your mind. The Buddha did not suppress emotion. He transcended it through understanding. Master Hsing taught that life is full of naturals, things that simply are. Parents are strict because they love. Teachers are demanding because they want us to grow. Friends sometimes betray because they too are imperfect beings learning along the way. To see these as natural is to stop labeling everything as unfair. This shift transforms resentment into peace. There was once an elderly woman who visited the master regularly. Her son had fallen ill, her husband had passed away, and her business was failing. She asked tearfully, "Why does heaven punish me?" The master gently placed a hand on her shoulder and said, "Heaven does not punish, it teaches. When the lesson is learned, the pain will cease." She left in silence, but months later returned with a calm smile. "I understand now," she said. "I cannot control the rain, but I can plant seeds that love the rain." This is the wisdom of acceptance. It transforms victims into creators. The Buddha's teaching of dependent origination reminds us that everything rises through causes and conditions. When you face hardship, it is not because the universe is cruel, but because certain causes have matured. To resist this truth is to fight the law of nature. To accept it is to align yourself with reality, gaining freedom in the very midst of limitation. Let us bring this into the modern world. Imagine losing a job, facing betrayal, or being misunderstood. The instinct is to cry, "Why me?" But when you ask, "What can I learn?" the energy shifts. You move from resistance to awareness. You stop being a victim and become a student of life. Acceptance turns every challenge into a classroom for awakening. This does not mean we should never act to change things. The Buddha did not teach passivity. He taught right effort, acting from clarity, not from anger. When your heart is calm, your actions are skillful. When your heart is turbulent, even good intentions can bring harm. Acceptance clears the mind, making wise action possible. One of the most beautiful examples comes from a volunteer who worked in disaster relief. He once said, "When I first saw the destruction, I was paralyzed by sorrow, but then I accepted that suffering is part of life. From that acceptance, compassion rose naturally. I began to work, not from panic, but from love." That is the transformative power of acceptance. It opens the heart. Master Hsing compared acceptance to a mirror. The mirror does not argue with what it reflects. Does not say, "I will reflect only what I like." It simply reflects, and in that clarity, everything becomes visible. When our minds become like mirrors, we see truth without distortion. The strength of acceptance lies not in weakness, but in wisdom. It takes great courage to look at pain without turning away. It takes even greater courage to smile through it, knowing that all things pass. As the Master said, spring follows winter without our asking. Likewise, joy follows sorrow when the heart remains open. Let us practice this in daily life. When you are criticized, pause and listen before defending. When plans fail, take a deep breath and remind yourself, this too is impermanent. When someone wrongs you, respond not with hatred, but with patience, because patience is the shield of the wise. Each time you practice in this way, your heart grows stronger than before. True acceptance does not make you weak, it makes you unshakable. The one who accepts life fully cannot be defeated, because nothing can steal their peace. Remember, a river does not resist rocks, it flows around them and continues toward the sea. Be like that river, flow with life, not against it. So my dear friends, the next time life challenges you, do not ask, "Why me?" Ask, "What is this moment teaching me?" In that question lies freedom. Thank you for watching this video. May you find peace in acceptance, wisdom in patience, and strength in understanding. Please like, share, and subscribe so that more people may discover the quiet power of surrender and the limitless strength of an open heart.
Before you leave, here's something special. In Buddhism, we believe that every encounter carries a deeper meaning. Would you like to discover your true soul connection, the one written into your destiny? Take the Soulmate Test today and unveil the hidden truths of your journey. Click the link below and begin your path now. HTTP/Soulmate. You wisdom more, come, white.